Bring in the beat.
You might want to do it on time.
What?
You might want to do it on time.
What? I lowered it now so I can hear you. What did you say?
You might want to do it on time. Timing. Time it correctly.
No, you're just jealous that I just got you by that comment because that was a good comment.
What?
Bring in my beat.
Yeah, that's how you feel?
I have a purpose to this. There's a reason why I haven't opened it yet. There's a reason. There's a method to my madness.
Welcome everybody to Romantic Roommates with your two hosts, Corin and Tramaine. Welcome to another week. How you guys doing? Better yet, how are you doing? What is your diabolical plan that you say that you have?
I enjoy doing AMSR on camera. So today's beverage is Secco, strawberry and raspberry, a wine product. And it's going to make a sound when I open the top.
You sure it's going to do that?
Well, let's just see and find out. Welcome back to Romantic Roommates. We're going to pour our beverage now. Okay, here we go. And it didn't do as big as a pop as I wanted it to do, but that's okay. Let's pour our drink. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
I'm still trying to figure out what are you cheersing to. I'm still trying to figure out. We're about 4 episodes in of this new segment that we're trying and introducing to the podcast. I'm still trying to figure out what are you cheersing to.
To a good episode.
Okay, here we go. That's all. That's all I've been asking. What are we cheersing to? And a good episode, I'll take it. Here. Cheers to a good episode.
Cheers. Don't drink and drive, people. Responsible drinking.
Please don't drink and drive.
Anyway, so today we're drinking a bottle of wine that I got on sale at Trader Joe's. Not gonna lie.
Okay. It is real good, though.
It's delicious.
I kid you not. It is delicious.
It's probably organic or something.
Fucking with Trader Joe's, it probably is.
5% alcohol. So, sweet. It's a Prosecco, so it's bubbly. I'm here for it. Trader Joe's. My love continues. I'll buy whatever they put out.
Yeah.
Anytime, all the
That's
time.
an understatement. You buy everything from Trader Joe's. You're just a Trader Joe's hoe.
There's an Instagram account called Trader Hoes where all these girls or people post all the cool things that are happening at Trader Joe's. That's
I just want to know why. What is so special about Trader Joe's than the regular supermarket?
I never understood, and I love being in there. I love being in there. I love the frozen products. I love the special things they come out with.
So we say it's an addiction.
I think it's great. The people in there are so happy. The theming of the store is so nice.
Okay.
We've had a Trader Joe's problem because I would ask to go to Trader Joe's and then we went to that really tiny one. And I've been spotting this other Trader Joe's and in Long Island City, Tramaine took me. And how much nicer was that experience now? That was nice. It was big.
Okay.
It was tall. It wasn't crowded. The one we used to go to, the last time I went, there was no carts. It was a horrible shopping experience. And I left. I was like, I'm never going back to Trader Joe's because every time I go, it was packed out. But we went, and it was on a Saturday, a crazy day, and it was lovely.
Okay.
Tell me you didn't have a nice time. The cash register guy.
Look, listen, we're not sponsored by Trader Joe's.
Oh my God. If Trader Joe, I don't think Trader Joe sponsors anyone, but oh my God.
Okay, at the end of the day, what is so special about Trader Joe's?
I don't know.
Let me know.
To it.
There we go. like I was saying, is it an addiction?
Yeah, but I mean, it's really good. And the one we just went to, I finally got it. Like,
that's my opinion.
Tramaine, we housed that buffalo chicken dip. Don't even play.
No,
we housed that.
Okay, was we hungry or was it a situation where it was like...
No, that was good. It was that good. And the frozen stuff, they have good stuff too.
The frozen stuff is pretty decent.
Yeah, they have like cool different things that other stores don't have.
Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to get into the depths of it. Trader Joe's, I feel, sometimes mark up the price of the products that they have.
No.
Same products that we found in Costco, cheaper and more in quantity.
Okay, that was the yogurt. I'll give you that one.
Okay, Trader Joe's, let's just say Trader Joe's had it. Let's just make up numbers because I'm not going to be specific.
Trader Joe's had 4 in a pack and Costco had like 10 plus in a pack. I get that.
Okay. Costco 10 plus in a pack was like $10. Trader Joe's 4 in a pack was like $10. Which one's you getting more of a better value?
No, I get that, but Trader Joe's has special things in it.
Yeah, Trader Joe's is an addiction.
That pancake bread.
Okay.
The pancake bread.
Okay.
The fried raviolis.
We can't get fried raviolis.
The mac and cheese
somewhere
ball.
else. We can't do fried raviolis ourselves.
The mac and cheese balls.
The mac and cheese balls we can't get from somewhere else.
Oh, stop it. He just always has hate on everything. Trader Joe's is great.
I am not a hater. I am far from a hater.
Well, this wine is delicious. Take a sip.
I'm just saying that Trader Joe's is what you call it. It preys on the people to think that they're getting a more bang for your buck.
No, I don't think that.
You know what? Let me say this. It's more like, I don't know if anybody that could relate to me that, you've been through the struggles, you really never gotten or shopped for name brands, or your parents never did. When you would get let's say, for instance, the cereals at the supermarket. You got your Frosted Flakes, and then you got your Frosty Corin.
Off-brand one.
Yeah, you got your Cheerios, and then you got your Frosty-Os.
You ate the off-brand ones?
I had from time to time. But, growing up.
So how is this related to Trader Joe's?
Growing up, my mom, she is one thing. My mom never wanted to portray the image of being like, without or being somewhat broke. So she would go broke getting stuff to make us look like, nah, we don't need no extra help. And I pride on that with my mom. It's very prideful.
You on that? A pride?
Pride, yes. Did I say pride?
I don't know what you said. I
pride on that. She pride on that with, being prideful about not looking like, she's without. And, me saying that, it could sound similar to like, if you ever watched the show Everybody Hates Chris, it had an episode where he spoke on that, like, his mom would make sure they never looked like they needed or they was without. But at the same time, it was like, you was without, so you make do with what you have. My mom used to do that too. So Trader Joe's, I feel, is the off brands of the name brands of products that, Trader Joe's will say, it's my own stuff. Costco do it too. Costco got the Kirkland brand.
Trader Joe's doesn't have that cereal. The cereals.
What?
Yes.
Everything at Trader Joe's is fucking Trader Joe's.
Yeah, you're right.
You never noticed that?
The Kirkland brand is pretty good. Don't even. The hint to everyone, my Aunt Margaret.
The Kirkland brand is the official brand, but they just took the label off and said, it's Kirkland.
But you know what the crazy thing is? Remember that hint my Aunt Margaret told us, and we looked it up, and it's true. And then I saw another TikTok. I saved it. The Kirkland brand of vodka is made and is the same as Grey Goose. So people are paying money for the Grey Goose vodka. It's from the same distillery. It's the same vodka. So what is Jim Beam? Jim Beam is a
whiskey.
A whiskey. It also came out that Kirkland's whiskey is the same as Jim Beam's whiskey.
Yeah, because they just slapping their label on it.
I know, and the people pay how much for Jim Beam and Grey Goose. There was one other one. I saved the TikTok. But I love Trader Joe's. So.
It's the same thing it's the comparison that I'm trying to make of Trader Joe's. But what Trader Joe is doing is that they're taking the brands and making it their off brands of their own brand.
So you see the off brand cereal. Like what?
Yeah,
give me an example.
What you mean? Like,
what did you see the other day?
In Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
Like I said, your yogurt. We found it in Costco at the same price, but more in the quantity.
Okay.
There was more.
I know, but that was one thing. Oh my God, leave Trader Joe's alone. And okay. I got a little Grinch tree. It's so cute.
Okay.
There are florals and plants in there, and they're. I love Trader Joe's.
I'm just saying, Trader Joe's, they prey on what you call it,
millennial white girls.
Yes, millennials
people, in general,
gentrifiers, to making them believe and feel that they're not buying into name brand stuff and big Fortune 500 companies.
No, I think it's more like organic.
So the small group, and they're a little more organic. The place that's more organic is Whole Foods.
That
which
place
is
so expensive.
Ripping people the fuck off. Whole Foods. I'm now noticing all of this shit as me and Corin moved in together and we're living our lives and we're now grocery shopping. Like, when I was at home grocery shopping and, being at home and stuff, I grocery shop, but it wasn't that killer of a much because my mom did her own thing and my sister did her own thing while she was there. And we kind of didn't blend with each other as much, so we didn't have food to like overstock in the crib because it was like, I'll get what I get, they'll get what they get, and we never overstocked to have shit spoil. I'm very meticulous with overbuying stuff and having it spoil. I'm very meticulous with what I have and get. But at the same time, it was like we kind of rationalized what and how we got stuff. So, moving out and being with Corin, it made me realize, like, some of that come out of me, and I get on her about that as well. But at the same time, we kind of try to budget with things that we get for the month and things that we get, period. And Whole Foods, I kid you not, Whole Foods is ridiculously overpriced because they mark everything as what? You guessed it, organic.
Or vegan.
And it's really not organic.
But we don't know that.
Maybe vegan, but yeah, we don't know about that. But at the same time...
So you can't say that you don't know.
At the same time, if I want to be a conspiracy theorist, it's like, no, they pretty much get the same products and shit from the same places, suppliers. They just mark their stuff. I seen something like that. They mark their stuff as, organic, which they could drive the prices. So they prey on naive people.
Well, I love Trader Joe's, and this wine's from Trader Joe's, and that's what we're drinking it. And you even drank it before, and you're drinking it now, and you enjoy it.
It's pretty good, but I'm starting to notice a pattern with Trader Joe's. Like,
we're gonna keep shopping there because I enjoy
they have a lot of off-brand or they're self-named or self-made brands of Trader Joe's, and it seems like we could find it other places for cheaper.
Probably. I know that's the one thing about adulting. I don't get food. I don't get why we got bananas and they spoil the next day. Or you got to eat those bananas. I don't understand food shopping. I never will.
Make a lot of shakes out of it.
I never understand how or when things spoil or what goes quick or what to put in the fridge, but what to not put in the fridge because they never put bread in the fridge. And now everyone told me you better put bread in the fridge or produce in the fridge, but at my parents' house we never did that. I don't understand that part of adulting, and I never will. So that's just is what it is.
You never. That's where us being on this podcast, and we need to get into it more of the different lifestyles of how each and both of us lived. Like at the same time, you never did that. I grew up, I remember doing that, especially in the summertime where it's hot. Stuff goes spoiled quicker because of the humidity and stuff like that, and temperature. So it spoils quicker.
We had like fruit in a fruit bowl on the counter.
So I know that situations like that, bread or fruit or whatever, it might have to go in the fridge ASAP. Stuff that's in the fridge might have to go into the freezer ASAP because we're trying to sustain the lifespan of the food that we have.
Yeah.
Again, to go with our budget and us budgeting and trying to save and not waste money. Because I feel wasted food is wasted money.
Yeah, fair enough.
You get that? Okay, cool. As I go back in full circle, Trader Joe's is, I feel, they have good stuff. I'm not gonna knock them for that, but I also feel it's like, they're pretty much preying on people's pockets.
Well, we got a lot of stuff for a good price the other day. You even admitted it, so I'm just shocked about.
It was good.
Yeah,
I had a great
comparison. I just had a great time, and
I need a comparison. You love fucking. It's an addiction. It's an addiction.
I was having a great time. It was the first one. There wasn't a lot of people there. We had room to breathe. It was very nice. It was one of the highlights of my weekend. Excuse me.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to Tyra. She works at Trader Joe's. We're going to find out what Trader Joe's you at.
I know what Trader Joe's it is.
Well, yes, you spoke to her about it. So, matter of fact, let's put it as this. We're going to come to the Trader Joe's you work at because we found out with this little talkative, what you call it? What's the people that check you out? The cashier. Yeah, we found out with this little talkative ass cashier that he gets a crazy discount with his products and stuff. Because the stuff that was in our cart, he already
was
tried.
Like, I tried that. I like that. I tried that. I like that. I tried that. I like. And we just had the.
We had a shortage of this, and we had a shortage of that.
That was crazy. I was like, too much.
Thank you, but I didn't ask for your fucking information. Check us out so we could go, please. But shout out to my sister Ty. Ty, you working in Trader Joe's? Appreciate that. We will come to the one you working at. Trust and believe.
And she works at the new one now, and they had the grand opening, and it was a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because Corin, sometimes I think that she's over exaggerating, but there's other times where I'm like, you know what, she might be right, because for some reason, what you mean about one? For one instance, we're at the supermarket, right? We're at Trader Joe's, and it's like, okay, we're not the only ones that shopping for food.
No. There is something about me.
Somehow, we come here to this section. All of a sudden, everybody wants to come to this section.
Tramaine, I need you to stop talking. Because if Danielle listens, which I don't know if she listens anymore, but if Danielle listens, she will text me at this moment. There is something about me. My mom noticed it at Target when we went. Anywhere I stand, all of a sudden, it's not, I don't think it has nothing to do with, oh my God, everyone just wants what I want. It's just like a bad luck thing. Anytime I go anywhere, I will be standing in the corner of a room, and everyone wants to go stand in that corner of the room. Every time.
No,
every time.
That's kind of a self issue. That's kind of like part of narcissism.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it in a narcissistic way. I'm saying like in the supermarket, you have to see it sometimes. No. I'll be standing there, and then no one will be around us, and then 4 or 5 people will come up to us.
I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
That was not me exaggerating.
I gave you the BOD, the benefit of the doubt. Because it was one time where it was like, okay, I kind of see it, because every aisle that we went through, it was kind of like all of a sudden, it was Ghost before we got there. We might have skipped it, come back, we like, all right, let's go through it.
And take our time. It's
Ghost. We're taking our time. You turn around, it's like 50,000 people there.
It's not a narcissistic thing. It's a narcissistic thing. It's a bad luck thing.
Yeah, no, it's not all the time.
It's a lot of the time.
It's not every store, because we in a large ass Target. We're in a large ass Target, and I kid you not, it's like me and Corin and maybe 2 other people there somehow in the same section, and she just looks at me and go, oh. And she's like, she's like, see, and she's looking at me, and I'm like, Corinne, we're in a large chain store.
I'm gonna get beat up one day in the store if I don't watch myself because if I
teach you how to fight, I told you already. We kind of went through that. You learned the lesson this week. I learned
a very scary lesson this week.
Yeah, and we kind of went through that, which is so crazy because we just spoke about it on the last episode
about minding my business.
About minding your not minding your business, minding your fucking business.
I don't want to give too much details away because people. It wasn't me,
because we ain't no snitches out here. Snitches get stitches,
hell
bitches.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So I'll just use incognito. I was out with a group of people. That I know by.
They're gonna know you're talking about them, so
But I'm not saying names.
No, true. But they're gonna know about the situation.
Or association.
Yeah, just say you were out. Yes.
I was out, and shit happened, and things escalated, and it was just really scary. Two grown men just started an all-out brawl. It went from
they had an altercation. Yes.
Yeah,
became physical.
Which went from 0 to 100 real quick, and I was in the group that was associated with them, and it was terrifying. And someone had a weapon, and it was just terrifying. I really learned, and there was like background and history and stuff that people were trying to talk to me about, and that's in the back of my head. I just heard Tramaine say, mind your fucking business. Mind your fucking business.
And it's crazy because talking to my coworker who probably will be on here in a future episode, aspiring author. His work is crazy. He's working on a book right now, Dave. Freaking talking to him today, I was like, yeah, with our background of how how Corinne grew up and how we grew up, it's totally two different worlds. So it's like how she would approach things or how she look at things is different from how we would approach and look at it. And I was telling him the situation she went through the other day, I'm happy she minded her business, but it would have ended up in a situation where if she didn't, then I would have had to go save the day, kinda, or check that situation. It was
really bad, the whole thing.
I would have had to check that situation, get it rectified, do what I have to do to check the situation because this is my piece. She's my piece, and I have to protect my piece. So at the end of the day, I would have to protect it.
Piece?
Yes, I would have to protect my piece, and then afterwards, I'm gonna have to check her.
I'm like your peace, like your comfort, or peace, like your side, like your peace.
No. Okay, relax. You're everything. You're my comfort. Everything. You're my home. You're my everything. My world. Everything. Right. So I would have to check that, and then after I check that situation, I would have to check her.
Yes.
For not minding her fucking business, and I would be super pissed at her.
Yeah, because like I said, things happen. I don't know the background. I don't want to know the background. All I know is other people thought to get involved, and other people stepped in between them, and they got hurt, and which should have never happened to them. But they, when you're in the hustle and the tussle, and I think naive Corinne would have tried to back in the day would have tried to go and been involved, not to be involved with that, but to be stop.
To a certain extent, yeah.
And I saw I just saw people get hurt, and I opened the door where everyone was outside because I'm not going to be a loser and just be I want to make sure it's the people I know are okay.
Yeah.
And the minute I saw certain things, shut the door. I paid my contributing thing for that. It was at a restaurant. I paid the bill for everyone, and I just got my stuff and I left.
Right.
So no one had to worry about anything. That other people worried about breaking up whatever was happening. I took care of the bill because the restaurant was about to call the police because they want. So I paid the bill and gave the girl an extra thing, a very expensive bill to be here, people are gonna pay me back. But I just covered it right then and there, so we didn't have to get involved. So we could, and I grabbed everyone's stuff like a soccer mom, and I waited by the door till it all kind of settled down, and I got my shit and I left.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's grown people. That's two adults dealing with two adults, and my new philosophy, and I've had to say it at my job, and I've had to say it in my life. No one's paying me to police adults. No one's paying me to check adults or to take care of adults or regulate adults. I'm not getting paid to do that. I get paid to help children, regulate children, make sure children are safe, make sure children follow the rules. But I don't get paid inside or outside my job to check grown adults.
Yeah, no.
So and that includes my family.
Look, listen, if you could dilute the situation like a drink and bring it down a level, then cool, understandable. My thing is this.
Dilute it like a drink?
Yeah, dilute it like an alcoholic drink.
The situation? Yeah.
See, some of y'all that's listening, if y'all listening and you from where I'm from, you're gonna understand the vernacular that I'm spitting right now, and what I'm about to say as well too. So, with that being said, you're right. You don't have to police and guard adults, but it was a situation where it was two adults acting like children. That's one.
Yeah.
Two is like coming from where you coming from. The person that got involved outside of them coming from where you coming from as well. Probably thinking the same mentality as you and try to didn't kind of mind their business, kind of got somehow roped in.
I have no idea.
Ended up getting hemmed up. Okay? Now, if you get hemmed up, meaning, everybody know what that means, being hemmed up. It's like, all right, cool, now you're definitely too involved. If that would have happened to you where you got hemmed up, again, I would have to rectify the situation, but I also would be upset with you because it's like, it's not that you got in the situation, but now you're putting me in the situation. You're not thinking about me at all. So now I'm in the situation with you because I can't just sit there and allow for you to be involved in something that you had no business being involved in the first place.
So the reason why I bring up this story is not even to talk about that situation because it just is what it is. It's not our business. It's just last week we talked about Corin minding her business, and this week I had to apply it.
Yeah, she learned her lesson. And it's like, it's not where I'm from. It's not that you mind your business to pretty much not be involved in a situation per se. You're minding your business because at the end of the day, where I'm from and with me too, how I look and everything, when it comes to the law, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I am as much as what's the word? I am as much guilty as the person that was involved or that was there. Without even being asked or anything, I'm judged right there on the spot without even being asked what's going on or what's my take on what happened with the situation or whatever the case.
Yeah, and you almost came to that event. I almost had you come to that event, so it's a good thing you weren't even there.
I was tired. It was not even a good thing. I was just tired. But, situations like that have happened to me in the past. Guilty by associations type situations.
I got told I could never come back to an establishment. No one has ever told me that.
Oh, shit.
And the guy who said it to me, it's just an establishment that I frequent. And the guy who said it to me remembers faces, so I really can't go back in there.
Which I went to that establishment with you before, and to be quite honest, the drinks is okay, but the food was trash there.
Yeah.
So I cared less for that place. So you not being able to go back is like, okay.
I know, but I didn't really go with you. I would go with Danielle and stuff because that was around there and the area we hang out and stuff.
Yeah, but still, I like to eat. I like to have a good time, and it's a place where the eats was trash. Having a good time was, it was more than the eats, and to my standards,
we went on our first date there.
Yeah, and I told you afterwards that shit was trash. I told you afterwards, the date was nice because it was with you and getting to know you and
I barely remember our first date. I remember you wore a pink shirt and all that hat.
Yes, I wore. It wasn't a pink shirt. It was more a peach
long sleeve shirt.
Peach. Yeah, it was the Yeezy shirt. with some nice ripped jeans, painted ripped jeans, with my Yeezy 700s.
Yeah, and you're all that hat.
My all that hat. Yeah, I love to dress.
I don't remember what I wore. Do you remember what I wore?
Not at all. I remember what I wore because I was fleed out. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a narcissist. Maybe.
Well, a little bit.
But at the end of the day, I remember going there. Matter of fact, no, I think you had like some pants on and a nice shirt.
I left my Uber. Then we went to the date. I remember trying to make as much eye contact with you as possible.
Yeah, I was looking at you dead in the eye.
And then
dead in the face. You wasn't expecting that. You was looking away a little bit too. You wasn't expecting that.
No.
I know.
I was like trying to like keep. Yeah. We had a good first date.
Yes, we did.
That was like after the club meetup.
Yeah. That was after your favorite spot. No, not the club meetup. Your favorite spot.
And then he opened the door and I left the Uber. I was like, oh my God, he's opening the door for me. And remembered that I left my phone in the Uber.
Yes, you did. But it was that. Yeah, it was that.
And I asked you if you had cash so I could tip the driver.
It was that trash ass spot that freaking. You have a tendency of leaving shit in the Uber.
I leave stuff in the Uber all the time.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but it was that same spot that you was at.
Well, we can't go back there now because I was the one who went back into the spot to go get everyone's stuff.
I wouldn't even care about going. That spot is Traga. First of all, for a spot like that in booming ass Harlem, like Harlem got some nice spots. Like for a spot like that, it's trash. Yeah. You're better off in Midtown. I feel not even Midtown, more downtown. Downtown is kind of booming.
Was that Charlotte or the Ghost?
It's probably the Ghost. But yes, Corin learned a valuable lesson this weekend. I was extremely proud of her. Yep.
How was your week? We just jumped in off their a tangent today.
Man, yes. This week, same old.
You had a Christmas party.
Yes, I did.
Do you feel like you're in the holiday spirit?
I'm always in the holiday spirit. The kids was great. I didn't play Santa Claus because it was like, I had a lot of stuff that I had to do. I couldn't really play it, and I didn't really know how.
Would you have played Santa?
Yes, I would have. But it all depends on the kids' depiction of what and who Santa is.
A black Santa would have thrown that group of kids off.
Threw them all the way off. Let's call a spade a spade. It would have threw them all the way off. No kidding. And I'm not gonna say like they parents is not being cultural.
No, it just would have thrown them off.
It would have threw them off because of what you call it. Because of television, media, school,
100%.
How the picture,
their
the
parents
of
getting
how Santa
like
Claus
Santa,
is.
definitely.
So it would have threw them definitely.
That would have been actually kind of funny.
And they wasn't ready for that. Cause I would have came in. I wouldn't have been like, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I would have been like, yo, what's good, kids? It's Santa in the building. What y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to get these presents? Or was y'all good? Or was y'all some badass little kids this year? I would have did that. I honestly would have did that because I was thinking that same as that situation at the party today.
Yeah, but that would have because that specific group of kids was all white, or right? You said
majority.
Yeah. They just would have done that because media projects a white Santa Claus all the time. So it's not anyone's fault.
It's not nobody's fault. It's no shade on it as well. It is what it is.
It would have been funny though.
It would have been hella funny. And I was thinking that because I'm that much of an asshole. I would have done that. Yeah.
My week was good. I got told that I go on Christmas break a week earlier.
Yes, a round of applause for that. Yeah. Congratulations. So thank God.
It's
so when
Sunday
I'm
right
off,
now.
Yes, when I'm off, I don't have to worry about you going to work or dropping you to work. You're going to be home.
Hey, you like to drive me to work.
I love driving you to work because the time frame which you get up to go to work and outside, fall back. So, the time went back, so it's darker.
My job recognized how burnt out teachers are specifically, and I guess because of just everything that's going on, we're done on the 17th. We were going to go up to the 23rd, that was going to be crazy. Mm. That, it happens with Thanksgiving too. I work that Wednesday, and then the next day it's like, okay, be in the holiday spirit. It's like a lot. It's a lot. So I have like actually a additional days now. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, just perfect. Just definitely perfect.
You can tell I'm very burnt out. But that's okay. I love podcasting. Follow us at romantic_roommates.
Yes. We need that following. We're going to get our followers up. We're going to get our listenership up.
I hope so. Because I've been feeling a little...
I know, and it's a look. Listen,
because we have the next couple episodes. Actually, for the first time ever, we don't like plan out exactly what we say, but we're making like a template kind of what we do.
Yeah, we kind of plan out and still deviate because some way somehow we kind of
like this. We did not expect it, but
no.
We have a couple of we have a big episode that's coming up. We're gonna talk about like our sex life. We're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. And then after the new year, I finally am feeling comfortable enough to talk about what happened to us when we went on hiatus. Because I think it's important for like women to hear about. And I just feel like I hope that...
I think it's important for men to hear about too.
Yeah.
The men's perspective on it.
That's going to be a big one. So I'm preparing for that after the new year. And the reason why I'm even doing it is not for so we have these big things planned, and I just hope they're about to see a much more vulnerable side of us and everything. And today the topic that I want to talk about is also very vulnerable, that I hope people appreciate the vulnerability in the sense you can relate to it, or you're about to go through it, or if you go through it into the future, that you have something to listen back on and relate to and hear advice or how we're navigating it.
Right, or if you have a friend that's going through the same situation, that you can point them to the podcast, because we're gonna try to give information along with our take on what we went through and how we went through it, and how we deal with it on a daily basis.
100%. 100%.
So yeah. But as you were saying.
I thought it would be how vulnerable, we're going to talk about how vulnerable it is right now to, how vulnerable I'm feeling about not being engaged and the pressure of that. To start it off, I just feel like people of 20-something, late 20s, have a pressure to do a lot of things right now. Buy a house, be on a timetable, find the love of their life, marry the love of their life, engage, marry, all have a savings account. Have a 401k, but to my dad I say 401k to act like a child, and it makes him laugh. Have a 401k, have 2 homes, all this pressure. But right now, I feel like with me and Tremaine's, how many times can I say right now? But currently, me and Tremaine's relationship, the pressure of being engaged, I want to be engaged very much. Tramaine knows this. I sent him rings all the time, DM him rings all the time on Instagram. He knows this. But I'm trying to figure out...
And I ignored the shit out of it.
Yes, he does. But he does follow this one ring page. I noticed that. So do you want to pretend like you whenever? Anyway.
It was to get the draws.
Tramaine. So there's part of me that there's a part of me that's I want to be engaged, and in my head I'm like, it's gonna happen, and I want it to be a surprise, and whenever he does it, I cannot wait, and I know it's gonna be great, but it's okay because we're on our own timetable. But lately I've been feeling the pressure of other people getting engaged. My cousin Danielle, if you're listening to this, you even getting engaged. All these people around me are getting engaged, which is so lovely. It's not even jealousy. I'm so happy. I even told my cousin, the way her fiance did it was beautiful. Her ring is gorgeous. So happy for them. But then other people, I feel that day at Thanksgiving, it turned to, well, when are you and Tramaine getting engaged, and when is that happening? It's like when other people around you are getting it, it's happening, then everyone starts to micromanage your thoughts about it, and I'm trying to like let that go. I don't know if that made clear. I'm kind of rambling.
So is it like a friend situation where Phoebe and Rachel was happy for Monica getting engaged, and then they was like, Rachel was like, well, I'm like 85-15. 85% happy, 15% jealous?
No, I'm not. I would cop if I was jealous. That's the vulnerable part. I would cop if I was jealous. It's really not jealousy. It's more like envy. I feel like jealousy is like, I want exactly what she has. I'm just like envious. I'm like, when is my time gonna be?
Envy is the second cousin to jealousy.
Yeah, I'm saying they're related, but they're not the same.
Okay. Well,
I'm just kind of like, when's my time?
Honestly,
TikTok goes the clock.
And it's honestly
like 2 girls from grad school who I graduated college with got engaged this weekend. But at the same time, that's the insane Corin. That's the society pressured Corin. What the calm Corin, the Corin I want inside and outside. The coherent Corin is like, we're living our life. We have a great life. That will happen when it happens. So there's like 2 Corins. There's the Corin that I want to be all the time, and there's the pressure of society Corin. That's like, we got to get it done.
Well,
chip chop, chippity chop chop, chip chop.
Well, it's the Corin that feel that there's a timetable on a lot of things as well. So it's like you're kind of rushing yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
And you might be putting a lot more pressure on yourself than society is around you, because you're looking too much into what's going on around you, instead of what you feel you need and what you want more than anything. And that's something that you do want more than anything. I know. But that's something that shouldn't be rushed as well either.
Definitely.
But that's my thoughts on it. There's people that met with each other, and the first 3 months dating knew that what they want. 4th month got engaged. 5th month got married.
And lived what?
And 2 years later got divorced. Or flip side, same scenario.
You went dark first.
Yeah, same scenario. I always go dark first. Same scenario, but having a happily ever after marriage situation. I feel honestly, the relationship phase, the moving in phase is all part of getting to where the marriage phase is, I
mean, we basically do everything right now without being married.
Yeah, and, at the same time, that's just my opinion. It's not really a fact, because somebody else's opinion could be, again...
They don't want to live with someone before they're
married, or better yet, they just met this person and they feel like this person is the one, and they've been searching for them their whole life, and they're happy to go forward with it within 3 months of knowing a person, So it's just all opinions on what you call it, or people's perspective on how they feel with marriage and wanting to be with somebody for the rest of their lives.
I feel like the women have it more. Like, we have the more pressure. Like, men have the pressure to propose, but once you're done proposing, right? My cousin... Why are you wagging your finger at me?
No, because I'm agreeing with you, because I was going to say, I thought it was more of a cultural thing, but technically it's probably more of a gender.
It's more of a gender thing, 100%.
Maybe, we kind of can't say that, because that's like kind of excluding like same-sex marriage as well. So
okay.
maybe it's just a personal thing.
A personal thing. Okay, we'll go with that. We're not trying to exclude anyone, but I mean... Everyone has their own pressure, but I feel like, for me, I'm just going to talk as me as a woman. I do feel like watching that happen, my cousin got engaged. It was great. While we're sitting at the Thanksgiving table, already they just got engaged, and then the pressure of, well, when's the wedding? What do you want to do for the wedding? But no one was directing the questions to him. They were only directing the questions to her. And then, when they get married, like, we'll get engaged and then we'll get married, and then people start asking when you're having kids. And that also, you should never ask a woman that ever, ever, ever. But because that's extremely none of your business. Out of all the things to be your business, that's extremely personal. But I feel like all those questions get directed at the girl. Like if in a male-female, I don't know same-sex marriages or other marriages. I'm talking about when I've seen a man and a female, everyone's like, when are you going to propose? When are you going to propose? When are you going to propose? He saves up, he proposes, and then the pressure is left on her. Like, what do you want for the wedding? When are you going? When is it going to happen? When are you sending me to save the dates? When is this going to happen? When are you going to have kids? When are you going to have the baby shower? When are you going to have this? When are you going to have a second kid? And like life pushes a lot of like, it's just the pressures of everything. Life is trying to shove, not life, but like people just try to shove things down your throat. It's like a lot sometimes.
Yeah, because it's like, let's just say it's like generational. It's like that was something that kind of came from probably their parents. Expectations, and those expectations probably came from their parents and so forth and so forth.
You're so right about that.
So it's probably like a generational thing where it just repeats and circulates itself. Like, for instance, when I turned 18, my grandmother on my dad's side looked at me and said, so when am I having a great grand? And I looked at her and said, well, I just turned 18 yesterday. Like, but that was her. Happy birthday. I'm ready to be a great grand, you know? But in my culture, West Indian culture, it's not far-fetched for people to have, or it's not out of the mind for people to have kids at 18 and so forth, you know?
But now let's talk about this. That's a good point. My parents have friends that were married at like 18, like young, like 21, and that was normal now. But then, but was that normal then? Like 20, getting married at 21, pumping out kids really quick. That was their generation. Now, our generation, if anyone even thinks, like you could have a very sound relationship, and there are people who get married at 21 and are in love forever and never get divorced. Now, they're looked down upon because now currently our society thinks it's smarter to wait till later on in life. Now it's like, why are you getting married so young? Why aren't you waiting till you're 35? So it's like society has flip-flopped.
Well,
but that's why I feel like there's more pressure now. Back then, there might have been pressure. You know, girls went to college just to find husbands. Like, society has differed from that now. But now, if you're a female in your late 20s with the partner, like with Tramaine, they're like, you have the apartment, and you have successful careers, you have a dog together now. Like, what's the holdup? Is now what everyone's would like to say to me.
All right, so
but they say it very different to him. To me, they're like, what's going on? To him, they're like, well, when is it gonna happen?
Yeah, because they're not trying to. Your family not trying to scare me away.
Yeah, no.
But going back to what you said, you know, back in those times when they were getting married young ages, in the teens to early 20s. I feel, don't get me wrong, anybody hear me if I'm misquoting or not misquoting, if I'm giving misinformation, please correct me, Google me, but not Google me, Google it, whatever. Back in those times, and we talking about a time, if you're talking about back in those times where they was getting married young, one, the media was telegrams or newspapers.
I'm talking about my parents' age. What are you?
Well, we're going back further. Your parents' age, because even, like I said,
then we would have been married off by 16.
But remember, every time period has a change. Yeah. But remember, everything is generational. And it trickles down. It trickles down, right? Yeah. Cool.
I was gonna be like, my parents aren't that old. They listen to this.
But I'm not talking. I'm not talking about your parents' age. It probably went down from their parents to them.
Yeah. Yes.
And it probably came from their parents and on. Sorry, Mama, I'm gonna call you back. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Mama, I'm going to call you back, all right? I'm doing a podcast. Okay. She did not want to be with the shits. She must knew what we was talking about. But anyway, I feel that time period, women wasn't in the working force as much, or wasn't in the working force at all yet.
Yeah, truth.
Right?
Truth. If we're going back to telegram days,
yeah. They were housewives.
Yeah.
They were housewives. What you call it? They took care of home.
Yeah.
And the men they went out, they worked, whatever, came home. Some of them, most of them, I'm not gonna say majority, but most of them had second families, or they did stuff outside, but they kept home, what you call it, happy. Mom happy, the kids is good, mom don't care what's going on outside, as long as inside it's okay, fine. So what I'm saying is, going down to our generation, is like I said before, with the quick marriage and stuff, quick marriages, and then sometimes they divorcing, or not even quick marriages, they got married young because they had a kid young and they thought that's what they're supposed to do, because again, coming from their parents and their grandparents, that's what you're supposed to do. You get a girl pregnant, you should marry her, whatever the case may be. Come to find out, I never really liked this person, or I didn't like this person.
So are you
and
saying that it was more
divorce.
successful earlier on because men could cheat earlier on? Because
No.
Tramaine, I'll slap you
See?
right now on camera.
Women are independent, they're in the workforce and everything. They have a mind of their own, which they always have. It's all about the time period that we were in and what was and what wasn't acceptable.
Fair enough.
That's all. Nowadays, it's not acceptable. It should have never been acceptable, okay?
I say
agree.
ow at
I get
least to
it.
that fake
And not everybody did that. But what I am saying is, when the men did go home, leave from home, and they was out and about, they was
Fuck
out and
the
about
patriarchy, everybody.
they was doing whatever, but
Say
home
it
was
with me,
taken
babe.
care of.
Fuck the I just said it. Fuck the patriarchy. Say
Yeah,
it.
fuck the Patriots.
No,
At the same time,
patriarchy.
yeah,
Come
the
on.
Patriots. Kiss
Yeah.
my ass, Boston. Like I was saying, all right? It's a different time period. It's a different age. Like, you know, the pressures of it, I feel could be more of a what you call it?
Well, let's just.
Not cultural no more. Now it's more of a
It's a man-female
generational thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah, and
what your parents, what's that word I'm looking for? That they got instilled in them, you know, from their parents. It just kept trickling
my
down.
parents
Okay.
didn't live together. Me and you lived together. That's a big one before engagement. Like, our generations is so different. But I will say we don't get married at 16, live in log cabins, and our life expectancy. And it's all about life expectancy too, right? Life expectancy and then was like 30, so you get married younger. Now we
I'm
live
talking more of your
forever.
grandparents' generation.
No, I know,
you
but I'm just even going back to log cabins for some reason. But
you know,
what I'm saying is, it's just their pressure is like, now don't get married younger, wait till later in life, which I agree, because 21-year-old Corin getting married to who I would have been miserable. So you do have to wait till later in life. You do have to experience
it's personal. I mean, it's a personal.
I'm talking about
preference.
me. I said 21-year-old Corin. I didn't
right.
say the whole.
All right. Okay.
To me, I feel like 21-year-old Corin needed to go live life, not live in the same town. Like, go shake it up. And I did that, and now I found my partner. But now we're in our late 20s, and we have all these things, and now all anyone can talk about. And if Deanna's listening, which she is, I know she feels the same way. All anyone can talk about is when you're getting engaged, when are you getting engaged, when are you getting engaged, when are you getting
Well, I
engaged.
got my plan.
When are we getting engaged?
Look, my plan. I have a 5-year plan. You know.
Oh my God, this 5-year plan.
Yeah, my 5-year plan. It was us being together for a year.
Check.
Year and a half, and then that year and a half, us moving in together, living with each other for at least a year and a half.
No,
That's
you
2 years.
you
that's 3 years.
You just bumped up the time. It was a year.
By
I'm
year
never getting
4,
engaged, everyone.
by year 4, if we stick around with living with each other for a year, by year 4 we should be engaged, and year 5 we should be married. I always had that plan before Corin.
5 years. See, that's crazy.
Why is it crazy?
5 years.
But why is it crazy?
I don't want to wait 5 years.
See, that's a personal problem. That's a personal issue. You don't want to wait.
How long are we in this
But
year? 'Cause
everybody, Corin is impatient as a motherfucker.
I really think
That's why. You're impatient. You have no patience. To be a teacher and have no patience, it kind of boggles my
I'm
mind.
patient with the children.
Yeah, that's a different type of patience. That's a like, you know, I can't kill this kid because he's not my kid. And I do understand
That's not
that he's
true.
acting up. But you know what? I'm still going to show love and discipline him. But I can't really,
I use all my patience on them. I don't have time for the world. I use every ounce of patience I have on my children.
And she just omitted that she has no patience. Thank you.
I
Continue.
do.
What
I
you
do.
saying?
I do. We all have a tank
You
of
could
patience.
continue what you were saying.
You snapped
You
at
just omitted.
I
You just omit it. Yes. Because I might snap here and there, but it doesn't mean I don't have patience.
Tremaine's a very patient man.
Yeah. It's a fucking build-up if I have to snap at you.
And then I cry.
Yeah, it's a build-up if I have to snap at you. It is a build-up. And I have to release that tank because it's going and the pressure is hitting my head. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to release it because the amount of shit you do.
It happens like...
It's a build-up.
It's happened only 3 times. And I cry every time. I cry every time. Okay. Every time I cry. It only
happened twice.
3 times.
Twice.
3 times.
Twice.
Tramaine, I remember when I was traumatized 3 times. One time, the first time it happened was over the phone.
Yeah, I wasn't even screaming at you.
I cried.
I was just talking to you.
I cried. Then it was the other day.
The other day, yes. Yes, my voice elevated a little bit the other day. Because
so maybe it was only twice.
Yeah, because I felt, I'm giving you a lot of credit. Like, now I feel like you're being an asshole or you're playing on my intelligence.
But I wasn't.
Like I know you're being slick. Yes. I know when you're being slick, and I know when you're being sincere.
I wasn't being slick. We're not going down this road. We're not going down this road. So what year are we into this 5-year plan? Because it used to be just a year. Now you're adding years and a half.
I never said it was just a year.
Yeah, I said I will.
Where did you get that from?
Okay, so where are we?
Wait. Name the time, place when I said that.
It used to be a year to date, a year to live together, then on the 3rd year get engaged. And then on the 4th year get married. Now you just flipped on a year and a half. What am I doing wrong?
When did I say that?
Tramaine,
when did I say that?
You know what? Any listener, I forget some things.
I always said a year of being together.
Yeah, you just play back the tape.
Yeah, a year of being together, a year and a half. A year and a half of us living together, so we could see if we could stand each other. That's year 3. All right. By the 4th year, us being together, we.
Where are we in this plan? Where? Just tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where are we?
When did we officially became like in a relationship?
October 12th.
Okay.
2019.
Yes. What made a year?
October 12th, 2020.
All right. And what year we moved in?
March 2020.
2021. And what made 2 years?
October 12th, 2021.
All right. We keeping up. All right. Now, what will make a year of us living together?
March 2022.
All right. And when will we hit 3 years?
October 12th, 2022.
Okay.
But I want it I want it sooner.
Again, Corinne is very impatient.
I've been patient long enough. Okay. I'm one of those people, when I first saw you, we could have been engaged the first year. Mm-hmm. I know it.
And I could have been beating your ass. And you could have still been like, yes.
Tramaine, that's not funny. We don't make jokes about domestic violence.
But that's what I'm saying. Of the carelessness of some people that does that sometimes. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know this person.
I said after a year.
No, you didn't. You said the moment I met you. Then
I changed it to a year.
Oh,
In mid-sentence.
In mid-sentencing. Yeah. Like I said, I could have been a serial killer.
Truth.
For all you know.
Truth.
It could have been a freaking abuser for all you know. And the way you felt,
I fell in love with you the moment I saw you.
You fell in love or fell in lust?
Lust.
Okay.
Love with you very soon after.
Right. There's a difference. Lust and love is different.
I could have been engaged after the first year.
I'm battling it in my head if you still kind of know me or not.
The silence was so quiet.
No, I was debating in my head if that's still enough time to say that you know somebody enough that you want to spend your life with this person.
I definitely knew after years.
Marriage is more than just being life partners. Marriage is also a business as well. I'm inheriting your debt, you're inheriting my debt, and whatever comes with me. It's not just, you get me, you get my heart. No, you get what I owe.
Yes.
You get who I owe.
Yes.
you get what I don't have.
Yes.
And vice versa.
Yes.
So it's not just a partnership.
I come with a little pile of student loans that Joe Biden is now making me repay. So
fuck Joe Byron. Fuck your life. Bing bong. Okay,
Byron, who you love, Byron. What do you want to say to Joe Biden right now?
Sup, baby?
Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
TikTok. Anyway.
Yes, so.
Still better than Trump, and I said what I said.
So that's why I'm a person, I kind of am a little lackluster and procrastinative a little bit with doing things, but my reasoning is because when I do something or I'm all in, I'm like all in.
Are you not all in now?
You know, don't worry about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Because you're trying all your best to squeeze something out of me. She's been trying all her best to squeeze something out of me. I'm trying to get
some little drop.
So you don't get nothing.
Because I figure out every surprise in my life I figured out. Every surprise party I've figured out. Every little. I've never been fully surprised. I figured everything out.
Have you ever heard the term hiding in plain sight?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is the ring somewhere where I can see it?
You're way off. Anyway, to wrap this up, what is the moral?
Well, you can't let society and who around you is getting engaged and stuff dictate your happiness. Like, I'm very happy in our relationship and in our life, and I can't let societal pressures and other people's happiness, they're happy, great for them. I can't let that, I can't be the mean old Grinch and let that dictate our relationship and take it out, because I feel like a lot of people do that. Other people. Well, I'm saying girls because that's my experience. Other girls see other people getting engaged and then they turn around and they're like, why are we getting engaged? What is the matter? And then it snowballs. Mm-hmm. So don't let don't do that. Don't become the Grinch. Don't turn around and see the Who's down in Whoville getting engaged and turning around and yelling at your partner and being like, why aren't we getting engaged? Don't let that. Enjoy your happiness. And if he doesn't propose to you, have a conversation with your partner. Ask the timeline. Have an open conversation. Don't just be like, when are we getting engaged? And he's like, no. I needed the timeline. Tramaine provided me the timeline. So even when I'm impatient, I think in my head, I'm like, okay, I know it's on his docket. So as long as I know it's on your docket, it's your plan, then we're good. That's mine.
You don't need to know my plan.
No, not your plan. I just know. But no, I know that a lot of girls don't ask their partners things. They're not like, are you going to... They see all these other girls getting engaged, and then they turn around and they're like, I don't want to ask him, but I want... No, ask him. I don't ask you when specifically or where, but I'm like, do you see proposing to me? I need to know.
See in the future? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. That's what I'm saying. A year of being together will let you know...
And living together says a lot.
And who this person is and what this person is about, their true habits and what they really do.
Yeah, because I have to say...
what they really do when you weren't around, and now that you're around 24/7.
People who are one time I was at this function and this girl looked at me and she goes, we're not living together. It's she's like, we're not living together before marriage. We do sleepovers though. I'm sorry. Me and Tramaine did sleepovers. That was all fine and dandy.
For a year.
Yes, which was great. People can be sleeping. You can sleep over your person's house every night. Still not the same as living together.
It's not.
And I think that's what causes, we're not married yet, but when they're the first year of marriage is really hard. I feel like if you don't live together and do that, that's what makes it hard. You have to, now you're married, you have to navigate that. And on top of that, you have to learn to live together. Hopefully us living together now helps cross out, makes our first year of marriage not as difficult.
Listen, like I said, my plan is my plan. I know what I'm doing. All right.
Does anyone else in this atmosphere know your plan?
Don't worry about that. But to add on,
I know my mom has to
add on with what Corin was saying, I feel, again, I agree with her 100%. To add on to what she was saying, I definitely just repeated myself. Don't let pressures, any kind of pressure, dictate what you want to do or rush you on what you want to do and how you want to do things at all. And I mean anything, even going down to your parents. Yes, your parents are your parents, but at a certain age and a certain time, when you're an adult, when you're like 21 and over, that's it. Your parents done all the best that they can do for you as you was growing up, but that's the time where you need to start making your own decisions and your own choices and being pressured into doing things that you don't want to do. It's not going to help you or make you happy. You understand? Even if somebody else is telling you that, no, it'll be good for you. No, it was good for them, or it would have been good for them, don't necessarily mean it'll be good for you. So don't feel.
If you're having those moments, like I have those moments too, like embrace that moment. Or you see two people get engaged and one person is pregnant and you're sitting there and you're like, what? When is my time? Embrace that moment. Be like, I know where this feeling is coming from. Like, I want that. Good for them. But like own it. Like own how you feel.
Yeah.
Don't let it overcome you, but like own it in the moment and try to move past it. Because if you're not owning it and you're like, I'm fine, and you're pushing it down, it's not going to be fine eventually.
Yeah,
so own it.
Yeah, so
as Lisa Rinna says, own it. If there's any Real Housewife fans out there, own it. Lisa Rinna.
Anything, I don't watch that crap. Anything that you feel is pressure. We went into that already in the episode, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. Not revisiting that, but anything that you feel that is tremendous amount of pressure. Again, kudos to you if you know how to. If you love pressure, and it brings out the best out of you. You know, pressure does make diamonds. All right. I'm good under pressure. Certain situations with pressure, I'm good. I kind of turn into like Rain Man. A lot of stuff starts coming to me and it starts coming out left to right. I do well under pressure. Some people might not. But all I'm saying is nobody should make you feel that you need to do something that you're not ready for, you don't want, or you don't need.
Amen to that.
Cool.
Before we wrap up, we wrap up, I feel like I need to just put it out there that whenever you propose to me, if you could just have someone there to take photos of it, I would really love that. And also, like, my core four would be my mom, my sister, and Deanna and Danielle would really help you. They all know my engagement ring. Deanna knows my size.
Okay.
They both, and then like after the private proposal, like if we went out somewhere with like our friends and family, that would be really cool. Just throwing it out there.
Well, when that day comes, I will make sure I gather the proper information and prepare very well. I will promise you that.
Can't wait for that podcast very soon. Be like, we're engaged.
Very soon. I don't know how she keeps thinking she's gonna dig something out of me.
Do you guys see that?
I'm like an abyss. It's just a fucking hole that just goes down to nowhere. You can't get anything out, no matter how far you go. You'll get swallowed up. I don't know why. And she does this almost on a daily basis. You're getting nothing out of me. I already gave you my plan. I'm not being shooken up. I'm sorry, Mama T. I'm not being shooken up neither. I got my own plan. I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
My mom tries to shake him down all the time.
Yeah, all the time. And I do the same thing. The only one that don't shake me down is Pops. All right? And I appreciate him. Yeah. I appreciate you. Because every time, hey, what's up? You good? You all right? You okay? How's work? How's everything? All right. I like that, I like that. Just nice and cool. He don't get involved. No. He ain't trying to find nothing out.
My dad has no,
So for the both of y'all can keep trying. You're not going to get anything.
All right, everybody.
I'm on my plan.
So how did you like this Trader Joe's wine? I like it. I'd say 8.5.
Oh, I would say...
But I'm a sweet person. I like sweet drinks.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
It's an 8. It's still up there. It's high. Yeah. Because it's nice. You can even have it with dinner and stuff like that. It's that type of wine that you can have with dinner. And it's...
No more like a dessert.
Dessert? You think so?
Like a cake. Think about that wine in like a yellow cake.
I don't fucking know about
all right, everyone.
Wine and eats. You're the person. You're the cultural person more than me. I don't know about wine and eats and wine tasting. You did all of that. You did wine tasting. You golf. I don't know what they have to do with wine, but I'm just saying.
Why did you put both of them together?
Because it's sophisticated. So So, I don't do that shit. So you should know better than me. Okay, you can't have it with dinner. You can have it with dessert.
Everyone, mind your business.
Yes.
Keep your happiness. Because also, to bring it into the engagement thing, if you mind your business, if you're like cool for them and you mind your business, your peace is protected, your happiness is protected, and yours will come. Be open and honest with your partner.
Yep.
And let's go eat some dinner, babe.
All right, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Again, appreciate you guys listening. Appreciate you guys coming to check us every week.
This is dropping late, this podcast.
Yes, it's dropping a little late.
New Year will be better for us.
Yes, this week was a little hectic for us with Christmas shopping and everything that we're trying to do.
Time is here.
Yes, it's been a little hectic. So our schedule, like how we try to keep it every week that we drop, it kind of been off. So we just appreciate those that do listen to us.
Yes.
We love you guys, and we love having our roommates.
Yes.
We love having you
pet
roomies.
Charlotte on the way out.
Yes, just pet Charlotte when you on the way out. Don't forget to lock the key.
Yeah.
Don't forget to lock the door. You should have the key. Take her out on a walk. They should, but I hope they can handle when she jumps on people, because I swear to God.
Oh my God.
This little fucking... God, look, see, I can't even talk straight. She gets me upset when she does shit like that. But I'm more fearful for when Corin walks up. We're working on it. She is smart, though. I kind of got her a little bit. I'm not going to go that far.
She drank out of Tramaine's cup today. All right, everyone. Yeah. Love you, baby.
Love you too, baby. And love you guys, too.
That's Charlotte.
Yeah. See you guys in the next one.